Hello gardening friends, welcome to my channel Garden Revelations and to a new video. Today we're focusing on environmentally friendly weed control. Weeds are an inevitable part of gardening, but that doesn't mean you have to surrender your garden to these unwanted intruders. In this video, we will share with you 10 sustainable strategies to tackle weeds in your garden, allowing you to maintain a beautiful and thriving landscape without harming the environment. Mulching. Mulching is a fantastic way to suppress weed growth and retain moisture in your garden beds. Apply a 2 to 3 inch layer of organic mulch, such as wood chips, straw, or shredded leaves, to stop weeds from germinating and growing. This helps to block sunlight and insulates the soil, reducing the need for watering and preventing weed seeds from sprouting. Additionally, as the mulch decomposes, it enriches the soil and provides nutrients for your plants. Solarization. This method is highly effective in areas with plenty of sunshine. To solarize your garden bed, cover it with clear plastic sheeting secured tightly to the ground. This creates a greenhouse effect, heating the soil and killing weed seeds. Do this for 4 to 6 weeks during the hottest months of the year to achieve the best results. Solarization is a great option for larger areas and can be used to sterilize the soil if needed. Boiling water. This is an easy, efficient method for dealing with weeds in small areas, such as along pathways or in cracks in the pavement. Simply boil water at home and then carefully pour it over the weeds. The high temperature will kill most weed types instantly. This method is particularly useful for spot treating weeds and does not require any herbicides or chemicals. Just be careful when handling the boiling water and avoid pouring it on desirable plants. Vinegar. This is a natural and effective herbicide that can be used to target specific weeds while minimizing damage to your desired plants. Spray white distilled vinegar on the weeds to desiccate them and kill them quickly. Vinegar's acidity works by disrupting the cell walls of plants, causing them to lose water and nutrients and eventually die. However, keep in mind that vinegar will also kill any plants it comes into contact with, so it's essential to spray it only on the weeds and avoid your desired plants. Corn gluten meal. Corn gluten meal is a natural pre-emergent herbicide made from the endosperm of corn. It acts as a weed killer by preventing weed seeds from germinating. Apply corn gluten meal to your garden beds in the early spring before weed seeds begin to sprout. It should be noted that corn gluten meal does not kill existing weeds, so you may need to use another method for established weeds. Tenacity. Tenacity is a natural herbicide extracted from the roots of the perennial herb Galium aperini. It is highly effective against dandelions, fescue and fescue, among others. To make a tenacity spray, steep 1/2 cup of fresh Galium aperini or 1/4 cup of dried Galium aperini in 1 gallon of boiling water for 8 hours. Strain the mixture and spray it on the weeds. Repeat the application every week until the weeds are gone. Ensure that the plants you want to keep are thoroughly watered before spraying. Cardboard or newspaper. This is an excellent method for dealing with weeds in areas where you plan to plant. Simply place cardboard or newspaper over the weeds and leave it in place for several weeks. The cardboard or newspaper will block sunlight and kill the weeds underneath. Once the material has been removed, the area is ready for planting. This method is helpful for large areas and does not involve the use of herbicides or other weed killers. Sheet mulching, also known as lasagna gardening. Sheet mulching is an effective method for suppressing weeds and enriching the soil. Start by placing cardboard or newspaper over the weedy area, then add layers of organic material such as leaves, grass clippings, compost, and wood chips. Each layer should be about 4 inches thick. Over time, the organic matter will decompose and form a fertile, weed-free growing medium. Hoeing or hand weeding. Regular hoeing or hand weeding is crucial for maintaining a weed-free garden. These methods work by cutting off weeds at the soil surface, preventing them from establishing themselves. Hoeing is best done when the soil is moist, making it easier to cut through the weeds. Hand weeding is also effective, especially for perennial weeds with deep By removing the entire weed plant, including the root system, you can prevent it from regrowing. Cover crops. Cover crops are an excellent tool for weed management. As they provide several benefits, they help improve soil health, conserve moisture, and prevent erosion. Cover crops such as legumes, grasses, and grains can be planted between cash crops or during the off-season to help manage weeds. Their dense growth habit can help suppress weed growth by competing for resources. Additionally, cover crops can help improve soil fertility and structure, which further helps in weed management. Selecting the right plants. Choosing the right plants for your garden can significantly reduce weed pressure. Native plants are well adapted to the local climate and soil conditions, and typically require less maintenance, including watering and fertilization. When choosing plants, consider those that grow well in your area and can outcompete weeds for resources. This can help minimize weed growth and create a more sustainable garden. Practice crop rotation. Crop rotation is a valuable technique for managing weeds, as it disrupts their life cycles and prevents them from becoming established. By rotating your crops each year, you prevent weeds from taking advantage of the same plants and soil nutrients repeatedly. This technique also helps to maintain soil health and fertility, which further supports weed management. For example, you can rotate between heavy feeding crops like tomatoes and squash and lighter feeding crops like lettuce and radishes. This ensures that the soil remains nourished and less prone to weed growth. Grazing with animals. If you have livestock or other grazing animals, you can utilize them to help manage weeds in your garden. Animals such as chickens, goats, and sheep can effectively control weed growth by consuming them as they browse around your garden. This method is not only an excellent weed management technique, but it also provides a natural fertilizer source through their manure. By integrating animals into your garden, you can create a more sustainable and eco-friendly weed management system. Natural herbicides. Several natural herbicides can be used to control weeds in your garden. These herbicides are derived from plant extracts or other natural sources and offer a safer alternative to synthetic herbicides. For instance, essential oils like rosemary, peppermint, and tea tree oil have herbicidal properties and can be used to spot treat weeds. Similarly, natural acids like acetic acid, citric acid, and malic acid can also be used as effective. When using natural herbicides, it is important to test them on a small area first to ensure they don't harm your desired plants. Prevent weed seed introduction. One of the most effective ways to manage weeds is to prevent them from entering your garden in the first place. This can be achieved by cleaning tools, equipment, and even clothing after use in weedy areas. Inspecting plants and produce for weed seeds before bringing them into your garden can also be helpful. Additionally, avoid composting or mulching with potentially weedy material such as grass clippings from neighbors with overgrown weeds. Taking these precautions will minimize the chances of introducing weed seeds into your garden, making it easier to maintain a weed-free landscape. Remember, the best approach to weed management involves combining multiple strategies. By integrating these 10 sustainable methods into your gardening practices, you can effectively control weeds while minimizing the use of harmful chemicals and preserving the health of your garden and the environment. Whether you choose to mulch, solarize, use natural herbicides, or employ other eco-friendly techniques, It's important to find what works best for you and your garden. Experiment with different strategies and adapt them to your specific needs and preferences. Additionally, consider consulting with local gardening experts or joining local gardening communities for further guidance and support. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more informative and entertaining videos about gardening and nature. And happy gardening!